Hey, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am back. I'm creating videos again. It's been a while. I know. I have totally lost track of my commitment to do videos, share some information because my gosh, my email, my Facebook, my social media, everybody has been trying to get a hold of me, and my apologies again. I've been trying to single-handedly answer your questions, sending you messages. And I've kind of forgotten about the way I used to do this. You know, I get the same questions over and over again instead of just replying one way through you guys, one way or the other, single-handedly doing it through you as a singular person. I forgot I used to do this as one whole package, right? So, I have a few friends here that are transitioning to Naval Station Everett. And I think I owe it to themselves, well, just like Bremerton and Whitby, to create another video because things do change. Facts and myths come up. And the last time I created a video with regards to myths and facts about Naval Station Everett was like a year and a half ago, so things do have changed, all right? So bear with me. So I'm just going to go straight to the point. No beating around the bush. What are the 5 things you need to know before you get stationed to before you PCS to Naval Station Everett? Right? First one, the size. That's something that never changed, but I thought I'd touch on that point again because I talked to a lot of kids out there and they are stunned by how small this base is, right? Now, I don't know the exact sizes of the different bases out there, but I think Naval Station Everett is, if not the smallest base that houses ships, aircraft carriers, or any surface vessels. Is probably in the top 2. All right. I can remember when I was stationed in Yokosuka, Naval Station Yokosuka. That is a 550-acre size facility base, right? And we had about anywhere between 10 to 15 ships there. Naval Station Everett, as far as the amount of ships vary. Right now, I know there are 6 naval vessels in Everett. All of them guided Miss DDGs, Arleigh Burke class. Okay? The Barry, John Paul Jones, the McCain, Gridley Sampson, and the Kidd. Right? That I'm sure. And it only sits on a base that is 143 acres big. That is roughly exactly 1/4 the size of Naval Base Yokosuka. Okay? Now granted, the main exchange, the main commissary is not in that base. Where is it at? It's in another town 11 miles away in Marysville where I live. Okay? Now when I got stationed in Naval Station Everett in 98 to 2000, there was basically nothing there on the waterfront. Nothing. Right? So I want you to do this. Google Map Naval Station Everett, how it relates to Everett, the city. Okay? Because I can guarantee you, a lot of people will be complaining, will be telling you, complaining, and like, I hate to say the word, bitching about the location, because when they say Everett, it doesn't get, the punchline on Everett is that it's crowded, law and order, homelessness. Understand, it's like the 3rd biggest city outside of Seattle and the suburbs in Washington State. So you're going to have your problems, right? So if you Google Map Naval Station Everett, it is on the northern tip, about a mile from the northern edge of Everett itself. Far enough from downtown Everett, which is half a mile away to a mile away down south, and a few miles away for, where all the homelessness and negative law and order issues crops up. It's a big town. You're going to have your problems, okay? So Google Map that, and all over the place of Everett, gosh, I just checked. We have 120 homes right now in the market. It doesn't matter from price $1 to $1.5 million. That's another point of discussion. That's another point of topic that I'm going to discuss with you, right? So size and location, you know where it is. Now, why is it relevant that we talk about location? Because on the northern part of Everett, you have the outskirts are other towns where you, and if you are a family man, you're probably going to get stationed here, with your family, with your spouse, with your kids. The majority of folks that get stationed in Everett does not really live in Everett. Again, Google map it. They go as far. Well, the next northern town is Marysville. Next one would be Stanwood, and the next one would be the next county up north. Other people actually live on the next county up north. You go east, are Arlington, Granite Falls, and Lake Stevens. Okay, a lot of people would prefer to live in all those mentioned towns because your only option, other than those, is to go south. And as you're heading south, you're heading towards Seattle. Price of homes goes up. Okay, so substantially, I know a lot of folks that live in my neighborhood, and this is where I decided to retire. Homes are cheaper. There's a lot of military in here. Although, again, I would describe certain towns. I'm going to create another video just for those on where you could PCS and actually, not PCS, but where you could find a decent place to live. All right? Ships. Let's talk about ships. Now, this is a topic that would be very fluid because when Naval Station Everett was created, when they had the funds to build the station in the 80s, it was envisioned that an aircraft carrier battle group was going to come up here, which it did. It started with USS Lincoln, it became the Nimitz, and then now we don't have any carrier. We only have 2 piers. But we have 6 ships, 6 guided missile destroyers, DDGs, Arleigh class, that I know for sure. I think we have 7 or 8 that a couple of CGs that come, Ticonderogas had come in and out. They were being refurbished, modernized, and now I think they're back in their home port. But I think I'm for sure, I'm surely well aware that we have 6 of them right now. One thing to add though is that there are plans to incorporate and to deploy the up and coming FFGXs here, the Constellation class, all 12 of them. Now, I don't know how that's going to work out, but that's the initial plan. Current plans involve around probably retiring, decommissioning the first 3 that I mentioned, the Barry, the John Paul Jones, and the John S. McCain. I was on the John S. McCain 20 years ago in Yoko. And to see her here in Naval Station Everett is kind of heartwarming. So those are the ships that are coming up here. What does that tell you? If you are, it doesn't matter. They all have shipboard ratings. With the exception of, not with the exception of, I think the most common ones that are going to be coming up here are engineering ratings, gas turbine types, because all the FFGXs, FFGs, Constellation class, and the Arleigh Burkes are gas turbine. I should know. I was an EM at one point. All right? So there you go. It doesn't matter what your rate is. Now, your aviation, you can't be in Everett. You're going to go to Bremerton. But we still have a lot of retired folks here, or even active duty folks that are currently stationed on the Nimitz, the Ronald Reagan on the other side of the Sound, that live here on this side. That's going to be another topic of discussion. All right? Lastly, if you are into outdoor activities, come here to Naval Station Everett, because we are at the forefront. We are at the gates to all the evergreens and all the luscious outdoor activity you can get. You go down south all the way to Olympia, it's all urbanized, all the way to Seattle. From Everett, a mile away as you cross to Marysville, you head all the way up north to Canada and head all the way east to the Cascades, northeast to where they filmed Top Gun. Oh my gosh, we are here. All right, so those are the 5 things that are kind of important. Its size, its location, the homes for sale, which is going to be another topic, because that alone is going to be 10 minutes long. Ships that are stationed here, and outdoor recreational activities. Come on down. So, to all our men and women out there, our brothers and sisters, sons and daughters that are deployed or coming home, we love all of you. There's a reason why I get to do what I do now. It's because you guys do what you do. You guys take care. We love you all. And folks,